my big first photo shoot yesterday, and I seen about 100 kids.
Awesome.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Whole day. Yeah. 11 hours.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, it was a good day.
Yes. It's good. So we have Debbie here. Debbie just got here.
Oh, okay.
Debbie Dub.
I was going to say, I'm not sure who's all, I didn't see any posting today on who is showing up. So hopefully we get a few people.
I say Debbie's here. Marianne might be back, might show up. I don't see about anybody else here at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Last 2 weeks ago was pretty awesome. There was like 12 people here. Hello,
Yeah.
Miss Debbie.
Miss Debbie.
How are you?
Oops.
I'm good until you put the spotlight on me.
Well, that wasn't me. That was Miss Emily.
Sorry. Debbie, I meant to. Here.
And I was able to finally hook up my new monitor. When I went to Kenora, my buddy gave me a 22-inch monitor. So I went, okay, I can play with that. So now
Awesome.
I got a 22-inch and a 32-inch and 2 16s.
Whoa. That's pretty big.
Well, I bought a new video card off of them too, so that'll improve the
Awesome.
how the computer runs as well. So
Doing all those videos on, posting them online, you got to have big screens to get it all in.
And I mainly used the third one as my background for my green screen. So,
hang on, turn my captions on. I can't hear you very well.
You can't hear me very well?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I can hear you.
I mean, my little laptop has got it turned all the way up, so I'm sure it's just me, but I'm not hearing you great, so. Oh, no, don't need that.
How's that? Is that better? Can you hear me better now? I turned up my microphones a little bit.
No, still not really hearing anybody, but Emily, if Emily can hear you, that's important. And I have my captions on, so I'll eventually catch up.
Oh, my microphone volume, hang on, is only at 32. What about now? Can you hear me much better?
Much better.
Amazing how, when you turn the volume up on your computer system, that on your microphone settings, it'll get a little bit louder.
Well, thank you. Some of us are, I guess, maybe a little hard of hearing, but anyway.
Too loud, Emily, now?
No, you're fine.
Good. Awesome. Yeah, I'd never even, someone said it the other day and I said, oh, hang on, because I run an external interface between my microphones and the computer system. So I can turn the volumes up on that, but I forgot to turn the computer volume up on my microphones.
Ah, so many buttons to push.
There is, and I totally forgot about that one. And I'm going, why would that one be turned down?
So you have 20 days till or 30 some days till Christmas. I have around 20 days until my son comes home. So I'm pretty excited about
that. Will be so
days.
Awesome.
That will be awesome.
Yes.
That'll be a great Christmas present.
Great Christmas present. And where is he now?
He's in Africa.
He's in Africa. And he's in the service, correct?
Correct, yeah. He's working
Why is
on,
he in, why is he in Africa?
there's a naval base in Djibouti where he's at right now, and he works actually on the C-130 engines, prop engines to deliver supplies to places. I don't know where, but anyway, the supplies, equipment, jeeps, all kinds of stuff. So
So he's
keep it
he's
flying.
an airplane mechanic, or is when he's in the service, he repairs on all things?
No, he repairs the C-130 prop engines. He does that as a civilian and as a Air National Guard soldier.
Ah, I see. And how long has he been gone for?
He's been gone, I think, about 4 months.
Oh, okay. Now, when he comes back, is he back to stay, or is he gotta go on another mission after the new year?
He's in the Air National Guard and they get to volunteer. So his wife and kids especially are hoping that he's done volunteering for a while at least, or maybe forever, since he's been deploying for almost 20 years now. So,
And he hasn't seen much of his kids growing up.
well, fortunately, he doesn't deploy for long periods of times, but hopping back and forth does take time, and kids are growing up quickly now. So
Oh, yes. I gained another great-granddaughter on Saturday night.
awesome!
7 pounds, 7 ounces.
Congratulations.
Wow!
Congratulations, Santa.
Well, thank you. So
Congratulations,
that makes 26.
Oh, wow.
great grands.
Great, no, 4 great-grands. That'll be the
Okay.
4th great-grand.
Okay, awesome. Well, our 18th grandchild is a whole month old and weighs over 9 pounds now. So I think he's
Wow.
doing well.
He was a little big when he was born,
No, he was 7 pounds and something. So,
because normally they go for a dip and they lose
right.
for the first couple weeks, and he's already gained back and he
Yes.
must be a very healthy eater.
I'm assuming he is doing very well, and I'm very glad to hear that. So
And you have not seen him this one yet, or you have?
we actually got to hold him and see him his first day of life, but we haven't seen him since then in person.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
When do you get to go see your new great grand?
Oh, I was just up there last weekend, and he
Ah,
was born this weekend, so I missed him by a week. So it won't be now till in January sometime that I get a chance to go up there, because I'll be busy every weekend from now on.
right. So it's safe and easy to travel up to Canada to where they live?
Oh yeah, it's only a 6-hour drive.
Okay, and
And
highways will
cross.
be nice and clear and no problem?
Well, I hope so.
Oh, I was gonna say,
They got
I
they
know,
got they didn't get snow there, but they got snow in Manitoba and Saskatchewan and Alberta. Calgary got a bunch of snow yesterday and last night. I guess a bunch of snow by Thunder Bay, which is east of Kenora. So no pictures of snow actually in Kenora these last couple days, but
okay.
it's any time now.
Well, I know a lot of the northern states, and I'm sure Canada as well, are very well prepared for that kind of weather, whereas some of our
We haven't got
southern,
any snow yet this year, and there was parts of the state on Halloween that got 4 to 5 inches, but it all melted. And yeah, it's there's no snow, and today was 55 degrees.
nice.
So I will take that.
Yes. I do hear though that some of your North Pole weather is even supposed to come down clear to here this week. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
And-
happy if you keep it up there.
And
Actually.
Colorado and Wyoming got a bunch of snow. And I talked to my buddy yesterday, and he was driving, getting in Wyoming near Laramie, and the big sign said, freeway closed, 55-mile-an-hour winds. So even big trucks, if you're not carrying a lot of weight, you can still get blown over with 55-mile-an-hour winds.
Right, yeah. I had
Oh,
friends showing me pictures from southern Colorado and they couldn't get out their back door because of the snow,
that
so
was 2 weeks ago already. Right down to New Mexico, they got anywhere from what, 2.5 feet or something of snow.
yeah, it was a lot. The
That,
ski resorts are pretty happy.
yeah, I've seen some posts that some of the ski resorts are already open.
Wow, some great Christmas gifts there.
Oh yeah,
Save you a little bit of weight if you just carry the gift cards or
yep,
maybe only the skis.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, is Marianne gonna say hello? She's stepped on board, and we see the picture, but we can't see her or haven't heard anything from her.
Not sure if I quickly say, Xana, is your new great-grand boy or a girl? Or do we,
It's a little girl.
a girl? Do
And
we know a name yet? Or-
yep, hang on, I gotta pull it up. Eleni May Boucher Powassan.
Whoa,
Well.
That's a mouthful.
she's gonna have some problems spelling all of that at kindergarten.
Yeah, yeah. Eleni though, Eleni. That's a little bit of a different name.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Interesting, some of the names that they are coming up with in the last.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't,
So,
was that like a family name or something, or just something they came up
no,
with?
I haven't talked to my daughter yet to see where that name came from.
Okay,
So,
well, I'm sure it's a beautiful name for a beautiful little girl, so.
yes. And it's a little bit of a mixed baby, but still a precious baby.
Yep, all babies are super precious.
Absolutely, they are.
Well,
Until they get
congratulations.
teenagers when they get attitudes.
Yeah. Hmm.
And you know what I'm talking about with teenagers with attitude, Deb.
I do. 5 sons, 3 of them at like teenagers at the same time generally, so.
Oofda. I had 5 teenagers at one time.
Well,
And, I'm sure you understand when I say the coolest part about that is we were the cool parents. We were the DJs. We had the sound system, so we had the music. So a lot of them used to hang around at our place, but I've still got about 25 kids calling me dad.
wow,
And that's pretty awesome.
that
You
is
know?
awesome. We have a few extra boys calling us dad and mom as well, so
Yeah.
it was never, you never knew how many extra people were going to sit down at dinner when you had dinner, but it was going to be at least 7 of us and then a few stragglers probably as well.
Oh,
So,
all the time. All the time. Yeah.
yeah.
And then, well, can Billy spend the night or can Susie spend the night? Because I got 2 boys and 3 girls.
Ah,
And then, of course, throwing in with Mrs. Claus's news, she rounds it out to 4 girls and 4 boys.
awesome. Nice
Yeah.
house full.
Yes. Yes. Well, I seen Marianne poke her head in there and she had a towel wrapped around her, so she just come out of the pool or something.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Well, nobody's getting in the pool around here.
No, little chilly in Kansas today.
Well, I mean, right now it's 62 at 5 o'clock in the evening, so I guess it's not terrible, but it's definitely not warm enough for me to go hop in the water in a
Yeah.
pool.
We got 50 degrees in Brainerd. Oh,
So at least you're not,
Wednesday is going to be the high of 32.
oh, fun.
Yes.
You might be chopping ice out of the pool up there, Santa.
Yeah. Tw Low of 28 and a high of 32. So it's really not moving anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, aloha, Santa and
Aloha.
Aunt Debbie.
Hello.
How are
Aloha.
7
you?
degrees. It's 7 degrees where I'm at and sunny.
Only?
Wow.
Yeah, but we had some clouds yesterday pass because of the hurricane, the south of Mexico, and it rained. So, and then the sun came out, and yeah, so it's cool. We got a heater at night now, and captain's working on the boat. It's going to take another week to get in the water, which is fine. He's going to shoot up to Phoenix for some doctor stuff. So I'm recovered. My eyes have my eyelids and bottom underneath my eyes have recovered from the kind of laser surgery. So I'm getting back to myself. I had a lot of energy today to clean my apartment, organize the winter clothes, summer clothes, boat clothes, sailing clothes, and started to kind of read some emails. And tomorrow I'm going to be on the Disability Channel with Jay Stoyan and back interviewing. And yeah, so bouncing back. I was down for a couple of weeks, but from pain to power, there you go. So Santa, you got some of my books out there to share with your on your podcast. How's that going?
You know, some of the kids are really liking them, and we'll see how the next little go around goes. I still never got that other pony that you were sending me.
Really? Okay, I'll call her tomorrow. She was supposed to check it out. You never
Yeah.
got the sea turtle?
No,
All right, we'll
no,
find
because
out.
I got an email saying being returned to shipper, and then the next day being delivered 4 days later and never showed up.
Okay. Well, I may give you just if you could be kind, you can see Folk Man as puppets. Her name is Lisa. I'll send you her email and we can call them. Find out because you can tell her what happened then with all the tracking and stuff.
Right. I never did follow up. Hang on, I'll pull that email up right now as I can.
All right, send it to me. So how's the TikToks going, Sienna?
Good,
How
good.
many thousands of millions of followers do you have now?
Over 75,000 now.
Ooh, you'll be hitting a million by Christmas, I bet you.
I'm hoping I'll be over 100,000 by Christmas.
I don't see why not.
I'm
You're the
gaining roughly 1,000 a night when I go on there right now. So,
That's amazing.
and I got to
That's
take
awesome.
Mrs. Claus up to a daughter's tomorrow. She's got to spend a couple days there because the grandson is graduating from motorcycle school in Phoenix, Arizona. And he phoned grandma the other day and he sent her a picture of a pin. He's got the highest grades in his class.
Nice.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But grandma's not too happy because he's moving with the girlfriend to Oregon
Oh,
instead of coming back to Minnesota.
it's crazy how
But-
they do that.
Well, she was in motorcycle mechanic school too.
Whoa.
Yep. And they both ride motorcycles, and I guess they've got both guaranteed jobs when they get out of school. So they're going back to Oregon to her place and her mom and dad's place. And they've got a job starting. I'm not sure if they're going to start before Christmas or not. I guess find out in the next couple of days, but pretty excited and pretty excited that he got that pin the other day with the highest marks in the class. That's something definitely to be proud about.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. Puppets.
So how far do you have to take Mrs. Claus?
Oh, about 3 hours away.
Oh, okay.
So
Not too far.
I'll be able to drive up there and drive back and still be able to make my meeting at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening.
Awesome.
Cause I'll be meeting, with, Zach Clayton. We are organizing that 37-hour telethon fundraiser sort of thing for Christmas Day. And this
Right.
is just one of the monthly meetings to see how progress is happening and what is happening.
That's great. How is your how many people do you have on your warrior page?
Uh, the Facebook group is about 80, I think. And I got another person signed up on the actual website. So if you haven't checked out the website, we did some tweaking the other day and we added a few things to it. So the list, I don't know, 6 or 8 people on the list so far. So it's growing. It's only been up for what, 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Okay.
So it's growing. And my YouTube channel, I'm 3 short of 300.
Whoa. That's pretty cool. You have been busy.
Working on it. Working on
Yeah.
it. And I've got another
Lorraine's got to go
platform
too.
that I'm getting the red carpet treatment for. Be Connected. Have you heard of Be Connected yet, Deb?
I have.
Well, they changed all their stuff around in May and June, and they're really starting to explode. And they've given people the opportunity to really make money and really share. So it's really exploding, and they're classifying me as an influencer. So they're giving me, which I appreciate. They're giving me on Wednesday a whole hour platform of an introduction to the platform where people can ask questions to me, and I'm going to start reading live stories on that platform starting Wednesday night. So
Oh,
we'll see where that goes.
will that take away from your TikTok time?
No, no, because I'm going to do that from 7 to 7:30 and then be on TikTok from 8 to 10.
Oh, okay.
So it'll slide right in there and see where it happens.
All
Okay,
right.
this one says.
All
that
right.
one, October 25th, I'm going to be having a shipment.
Nice, you got it.
Okay, UPS shipment. This is October 21st. Okay, now let's pull up the tracking number and see what it says. Thursday, November 7th. Returning to sender, on its way out for delivery. Return to. It said it was returned, Marianne, to Folk Manus,
Okay, well, like I said, send
which
it
is
to
weird.
me.
Which is weird because I get deliveries a couple times a week from UPS. So even if you sent it to Santa Papa John, they know who I am.
Yeah, well,
So I see we have Jason from the No Market 9 to 5 Club here. Welcome, Jason.
Hello,
Hello,
Jason. How are
Howdy.
you?
I'm blessed. How are you, Sansa?
I am doing awesome. Thanks for coming to chat with us.
My
Do you
pleasure.
know Marianne and Debbie?
I believe Marianne and myself have met, but I'm not sure Debbie Miller and I have been introduced.
Well, why don't you introduce yourself to Miss Deb and tell us who you are and where you're from and what you do?
Sure. All right. Thank you. Hey, Miss Deb, I'm Jason McNamara. I'm the CEO of the No More 9 to 5 Club. I live in sunny South Florida where we don't get as much snow as Santa. And yeah, besides looking at palm trees and hanging outside in flip-flops a lot, we are actively aiming to help people save, earn, and invest their way to financial freedom, as well as aligning with their best life and promoting a healthier, happier lifestyle, as well as assist aspiring entrepreneurs with all types of technology and artificial intelligence and virtual assistants who understand it all to get it implemented at a pretty affordable and reasonable price to help them not wear all the hats and get to the time freedom part of financial freedom. So that's it in a nutshell. If I could wrap it up in a present, put a bow tie on it, and sum it up in 60 seconds,
I'm just gonna
there's
yell.
my hello.
How long have you been doing that, Jason?
Well, I retired back in 2020. I've been helping
From?
people, well, from a number of things. I was a trusted advisor was my official title at work, but it was really residential sales. I retired as the number one guy, but not just from working, but from investing. So I practiced what I preach about saving, earning, and investing. And I got into real estate, Airbnbs, long-term rentals, stocks, crypto, all types of stuff, and really diversified a portfolio until I figured out entrepreneurship was my true passion. So I learned how to be a trusted advisor and network successfully to the point where I was the top guy and I was getting phone calls from corporations and government people as well. And I was just able to land contracts for my pool. And essentially, I don't say it was because I was really good at taking care of people. It's just I put my best foot forward. I treated everybody the way I wanted to be treated, and that added up into people calling me back. And I made some smart investment decisions. And then as far as my coaching per se, I mean, even from when I was in the military, I was a prison guard in Guantanamo Bay and assisted with CIA interrogations. Even that at a young age, they made me the training petty officer for everybody, like as far as physical fitness, because I was able to do a couple hundred, or I shouldn't say a couple hundred, I'm sorry. I was able to do over 120 push-ups and 120 sit-ups within my 2-minute time frame. So they thought I was good at telling other people how to do their push-ups and sit-ups, even though I hated running. That's a whole nother
Wow.
story.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for the background. I appreciate that. Deb, you want to tell them who you are and what you do?
Sure, thank you. I appreciate hearing your experiences, Jason. I'm Debbie Miller with Prepaid Legal Services, Inc. here in Kansas City, where hopefully we get less snow than Santa as well, but no palm trees that I can see have ever seen. But anyway, I'm here to help families and small businesses have access affordably to legal teams in their area and help them stay worry-free with having their wills up to date and also having access to wise counsel for all issues. That's me, Debbie Miller, Legal Shield and ID Shield. Give your family a roadmap instead of a scavenger hunt.
Awesome. Now, have we talked before, Jason? I'm trying to remember. I think we have somewhere,
Yeah, I believe we met at one of these events, as a matter of fact.
or was it on Alignable?
Maybe we know each other on Alignable too. It's very possible since we have some
Yeah.
mutual connections.
Yeah,
And I
I
think
think we do as well.
we
But
invited you to come network with us as well. So Santa, I would love for you to come network with the rest of the No More 9 to 5 Club. I think, do you remember us mentioning that?
I think so. I think so. You'll have to send me an email to remind me, and I'd love to come and chat. It's been a while since we talked, and if you didn't know, I probably mentioned when we talked that I'm doing work with the veterans as well. Did you
You
hear
know,
that?
I think I think it makes sense why Kurt probably wanted us to be together because as a veteran and somebody who's helped veterans in the past, I've been in a commanding position of the American Legion Post and I worked for the state of Florida's DEO as a disabled veteran outreach program specialist. That folds into what I do now. As the CEO of the No More 9 to 5 Club, we also created a nonprofit foundation called the No More 9 to 5 Foundation. We give all veterans free membership inside of the club. And one of my business partners, Maury, you may have met him. He's a brain entrainment engineer. We created a subset of systems called Mind Trainer Pro, and we have one specifically for PTSD that any veteran that needs it, we're going to give them access to it for life for free. So maybe there's some room for synergy.
Absolutely. Well, my website went live, I think 2 weeks ago. It's called The Warriors Beacon of Hope. And what I'm doing is trying to put together a list, a comprehensive list of nationwide services that can help veterans find services that they're tired of being put on the waiting list for 6, 8, 10 months. So, psychologists, doctors, dentists, lawyers, not necessarily veteran run, although there's nothing wrong with veteran run groups as well and companies. But I'm looking for the services that the VA tends to play and hold the strings on, some of these services that tend to really tick off the veterans because they have to wait so long. So we're going to see where it goes, but people are sure getting excited about it and willing to give me. In fact, I had a meeting with a gentleman the other day. He says, I love the idea. I love where you're thinking. I love where you're going. He says, do you mind me if I introduce you to a couple of my friends? And I said, absolutely, not a problem. He says, oh, yeah, by the way, one of them works at the Pentagon. Are you okay with that? And I said, not a problem at all.
So
We're
we
going to,
too have some people to introduce you to in that arena. I actually run a veteran philanthropist meeting. So,
okay.
in my quest through life of chasing my various things that I wanted to build, not only attracted a whole bunch of artificial intelligence CEOs, but I also attracted a whole bunch of veterans who are also philanthropists.
Okay.
And I'm part of several organizations and put together my own mastermind. And there's probably a lot of resources. I know some people who are doing some similar things with veteran-owned businesses as well, and not just veteran resources, but putting together that underground list of us connecting with each other and making sure we're sharing the resources. I'm a fan of Project Die Hard as well, that you may have heard about from Kurt,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I've met
Yep.
with Brian Gibson, and yeah,
Yep.
there's a whole lot of good synergy here for us
Yep.
to continue to collaborate. We have a whole bunch of people that do amazing things in the private and public communities for our brothers and sisters. I have a friend that has they put together race cars and they give veterans some PTSD adrenaline from either putting together a race car and really racing it on a track, to people who have made millions of dollars in the mindset and coaching arena, who are also veterans, who want to dedicate their time to making sure that their brothers and sisters are overcoming their barriers. So some of the best in the business.
That's awesome. And I've really learned a lot in the last year promoting this full-time year-round, that it's the power of the connection. I mean, you can go out and do all the kind of spieling you want, and you can do all the kind of promoting, but it's the connections and the meeting of people will potentially take you a long way if you act properly and learn how to utilize those connections.
I am so with it, Santa. So I just sent you a connection request on LinkedIn. I'm a man of action. I would be on camera, but I literally just got finished cutting my and my family's hair. So I'm fresh out of the shower and I just wanted to jump in to support. And it's so beautiful talking to you and interacting with Kurt and Emily and Debbie. You seem so pleasant. I love what you're doing, by the way. That's got a great purpose in this world as well. People need protection. And if they
Awesome.
get caught off guard, they don't have it. So
That's right. And this idea right here, that's been around for about 6 months now. My Santa approved idea, and I had filed to fill in the paperwork to get a trademark. Well, I got that paperwork. I got that email back 2 weeks ago. So my badge is technically trademarked.
that is amazing. That is
And
amazing.
Brian and Kurt through Project Diehard, they're one of my Santa approved groups.
I know why. Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. Great
Well, Santa,
organization.
let me put this in the chat. I'll let you grab the No More 9 to 5 Foundation link and
Okay.
see what you think. If you ever need that, I want you to, come check us out. We can definitely get you access to some of the stuff that we're trying to give away for free so that you can, vet it yourself.
Yeah,
And hopefully we can become Santa approved one day.
there you go. It's a pretty simple procedure. You know, there's about 6 questions on there, but I had to eliminate the drugs and the cigarettes and the alcohol and lawyers. We don't want lawyers, you know, because, you know, lawyers they have their own way of thinking. You know,
Yeah, I have ran through a few lawyers in my days for various purposes, and I've met some good lawyers that really are out here networking for the people.
well,
So
yes, I agree. There's not all bad lawyers. I mean, there are someone, and even some of them have some decent heart, you know. I just pulled up your website, Jason, and I will definitely look at it, but I'll bookmark it. But oh, your invitation didn't show up for LinkedIn.
really,
Oh,
well, I
right there,
sent you.
Jason. Yep,
Perfect. Here
there we
is
go.
I dropped the main for-profit business in the chat as well, so you can definitely check that out. That's
Yeah.
the one with the memberships and everything else that we do. So
How many members have you got in your group now?
it depends. It's varied. You know, showing up to our meetings, sometimes we'll get a dozen, sometimes we'll get a couple of dozen, but we're spread across a lot of areas. So there's a WhatsApp community, there's a Facebook group.
I
Some
talked to
people
a
are,
gentleman from California the other day. He's got 6,000 in his organization. I talked to a lady in UK, in the UK the other day. She's got 8,000 members and they're having the same problems in the UK as well. So my list might go, you know, worldwide. I honestly don't know where it's going to go because I've talked to people in Canada and Australia as well. And the veterans are having the same issues as there as well.
probably
So,
more so worse in other areas because let's be honest, we do have an amazing Department of Veterans Affairs as opposed to what it used to be. And a lot of
yes,
countries are lagging.
yep.
So I can see that being an international thing. And the club is international. We have people that show up and they're already in tomorrow because they live in New Zealand. So we're able to
Yep.
we're
I,
able to
I
meet
just had
people
a
wherever they're at.
I had a Zoom meeting with a guy at 1 o'clock and it was 6 a.m. in Australia for him tomorrow morning.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
In fact, well, I was on one that I was doing weekly every Monday, and then the time changed, and I was getting up at 5 a.m. and doing the meeting from 5 to 6. And that's okay when I go to bed at midnight because then I'll climb back into bed for a couple hours. But this time changed it by 2 hours, not 1 hour. So that moved it back to 3 a.m. when I went, yeah, I can't do that. So it kind of made it for an interesting time. So, but you know, the power of networking is amazing if you utilize the connections that you have and you don't kick them to the side.
amen, Santa. Well, listen, I would love to stay and chat with y'all, but like I said, I'm in my evening routine and I even have to still run in a mastermind tonight on escaping the rat race. So I'm gonna have to jump off, put my phone on the charger, finish getting dressed, and have dinner with the family. And I appreciate everything that you're doing and yeah, can keep
Yeah,
that connection request
I'll
and I
send you
will
my
direct
calendar
message
and
you.
we can figure out a time where we can set up a one-on-one.
Absolutely. Sounds like a plan. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you. Thank you for showing
Likewise.
up and chatting and sharing your connections and you have yourself a wonderful evening.
You as well. Oh, I'm going to drop one more link in the chat because Debbie, I would love for you to come and network with the group as well. So this is, you know, there's no cost to ever come network with the No More 9 to 5 Club. And I promise you, people there need what you offer. You just have to let them know.
What time is your meetings on Saturday?
1 p.m. Eastern.
Ooh, okay. That one might be a little tough, but
We
I'd have to,
actually do about 24 hours of live meetings every single month. So we have a whole events page. I can drop that link here as well. And we do an event twice a month on lifestyle medicine as well as marketing and other things. So we have a variety of events to cover all aspects of what it takes to be in the No More 9 to 5 Club, whatever capacity our people are in it.
awesome. Sounds like you have got a big heart and you're trying to help a lot of veterans.
Not only veterans, but everybody. That is my goal. This is, you know, everybody can better their lives if they just decide that they're capable of doing it. They just have to show up and believe in themselves, and it's our job to empower them and, help them with their plan and their confidence so they can achieve their best.
Absolutely. I have a wonderful saying that, you know, the world's a pretty ugly place right now. So, if I can share some happiness and share some smiles with more people, we'll gain the ground one smile at a time.
I love it. I think Kurt and Emily can attest they've been to enough club meetings to talk about the people in the club. They're your vibe, Santa. They're all smiling and wanting to help the world become a little bit better.
Awesome. That sounds wonderful. Don't you think, Deb?
That sounds great. It was nice to meet you, Jason. Thanks for the
Likewise.
invitation.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great rest of the meeting.
Thank
Thanks.
you. You enjoy yourself as well. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, that was awesome. That was unexpected, but that was very nice.
That was
And
wonderful.
more importantly, another door open to networking and, helping out our veterans again. The conversations, Deb, I've been having with people is my veteran idea is going to explode, maybe even bigger than Santa. So I might be promoting the veteran stuff, January to August, and just do Santa from September to December. So we'll have to see how it goes, and I'll play the cards as they lay on the table.
Well, that's true. Or at least you could occasionally mention Santa just so the kiddos don't forget.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would never do that. Besides, this is not going away, so I can't disguise it.
That's for sure.
So
I
Yes,
still love that story that you told us about sneaking around the corner at the store and the kiddos that were having a bit of a meltdown in the store were shocked to see you.
yes, absolutely. Hello, Mr. Kurt.
Hello, I'm hearing about sneaking around. Is Emily sneaking around? Is that where she went?
Yeah, yes, Kurt. Yes, Kurt.
Ooh,
But
it
Kurt,
sure cause trouble.
yes, I do. But Kurt, you just missed Jason. Jason McNamara was just on
Oh
here.
yeah, I was
You did-
watching the screen while
Okay.
I was on with
Okay.
Coach K for you. And ladies and gentlemen, we're introducing an all new show, Wealth for You by Coach K for you. Kevin Calliop is a financial wizard, and he loves people. So he's gonna get in the people business doing live streams like you're doing, Santa Papa John. So
Awesome.
maybe
There we
we
go.
got to approach Coach K to say, hey, Coach K, what about being Santa approved? What does Coach K think about that?
Yeah, Jason was excited about it as well.
Being
Yes, Sam.
Santa approved? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, Sam. Maybe you could get Jason into your veteran list since he's a veteran and then he's a veteran, and then his 9 to 5 thing is veteran stuff. So
yep. Did you hear, I was telling Jason I was on a conversation with a lady from Manchester, England, and runs a big veteran group, and she's got about 8,000 members in her group.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Not too shabby.
no.
8K. Special case is hooray for 8K.
Yeah, and she's saying the same thing is happening over there, and the veterans are getting pushed to the side and getting put on the waiting list. So she loves the idea of what I'm doing, and she wants me to, I'll maybe introduce her to you here in the next couple days, and see what Special K can add to the sequence. Because the power of networking, you got to mix it up. That's right.
Stir the pot. That's what I love to do. Keep stirring.
Absolutely.
Oh man. So
Did
yeah,
you have a good weekend?
oh my gosh, absolutely spectacular weekend. Yeah.
What happened? What was so special this weekend?
Well, first of all, you can never miss with the Roscoff family. That's for sure.
I
But
gained a great-granddaughter on Saturday night.
wow, that's a huge gain. Congratulations.
Yep,
That's better than winning the jackpot.
it
That's the
is.
pot of all jackpots right there, right, Debbie?
That's definitely the best jackpot.
Yeah. So when you're asking about the weekend, Santa Papa John, you know what we were doing on Saturday, right?
Yeah, that concert was going on, and
Yeah.
I had to miss it because I had to spend some time with her, with Mrs. Claus, because yesterday I started my big first photo shoot, and it was about a 12-hour day, and I seen about 100 kids.
Oh,
Oh, that kind of, I thought, what the heck is Santa doing a calendar or something? What's going on?
Ah, see how you are. You had to go into the gutter, right? I know it's hard to throw the ladder, so you gain up to the gutter, because you're usually sub gutter, but I see how you are. Uh-huh.
Well, you just said photo shoot. I'm like, what kind of photo shoot? Oh yeah, with the kids, of course. Santa's all
Yeah,
about
yeah, 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 yeah.
the Oh man. So I'm trying to remember what else was we had my daughter just finished her first ever rugby season. So
That's
we were
cool.
yeah, so we were out at our local park here, actually just like a block away, that close this park is. And we went into one of their gathering buildings there at the park, and they had a nice year-end celebration of their rugby team. And wow, did these young ladies, they really poured it on. They were like pulling at the tear ducts there, like
Oh, yeah.
getting us men ready to cry the way they were talking about each other. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. They're very impressive. Yeah,
Uh,
that
they
the
had a good
team
season.
members could have that close of a bond. I mean, that's something special.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did they have a good season this year? Like in terms of
Um,
win loss.
I mean, it's nothing that their record shows, but in terms of them knowing that the program, that's what they kept emphasizing is, the program is definitely advancing, and they were able to do, state tournament and stuff like that. So they were up against some high caliber in the state of Wisconsin rugby. They were up against some power players in the field of girls rugby. They really had matches that,
This is through school.
yeah, this is through the school, one school playing another, yeah. And
How many teams in the division?
I don't know all that. I don't get the impression. I just heard nine in the division. There you go. See, we
There
put
you
it out in
go.
the universe, and the universe speaks to me. Nine, the universe says.
She's in her room and she can hear the conversation.
Oh
Nice
yeah.
try, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Coming from the kitchen over there, that's the favorite. At this time of night, I suppose, is where we
Well,
are.
it could happen. Yes.
Oh man. So Debbie, what trouble did you get into today?
I did not get into trouble this today. My computer kind of got into some trouble, so I
Oh,
almost didn't make it on a one-to-one because my computer decided to do something, and so now I'm scurrying to try to figure out where anything went to. So that is not fun. Since
yeah,
I'm
that's fine. I like these babies when this doesn't cooperate, I got to be like, "Oh, get me in there." That's what I was doing with Emily earlier. Emily and I were doing some real desk jockey work, weren't we, Emily? We had a call coming in from over here, a call, Emily's three-way calling, got a Zoom call going, we're booking,
And somebody else is calling
mission,
in, and it was like,
well, yeah,
mission.
that's what I ended up doing. I'm like, okay, so my computer, I have no clue what's going on. So we're doing a Zoom call on my phone. So there you go. But we got it in, had a nice chat with a lady in Canada who'd never heard of Legal Shield. And so that
well
was
done.
awesome. And also was able to inform her that there's a will webinar tomorrow evening from some of the attorneys in Canada that's going to be presenting information. So it's not going to be exactly the same as here in the States, but we all need a will, and people in Canada can tune in. Even people here in the States can tune in because a lot of it will be the same, similar, if not the same as in their
Where was
state.
she from in Canada? Do you remember?
I think she's from Ontario.
Ontario is 1,400 miles long.
Well, I didn't get the exact, the town isn't popping into my head, but Ontario was what I remember seeing on her alignable account, so.
Oh, okay.
And she's near.
Well, if Ontario is that
zero.
long, we're saying it wrong. If Ontario is that long, it should be Ontario. She's from Ontario.
I'm from Kenora, Ontario,
Uh,
which is, if you go straight from Brainerd to Lake of the Woods to International Falls to Kenora, it's like 120 miles from Winnipeg. Okay. You've heard of Winnipeg.
oh yeah.
Okay. And Kenora is 50 miles to the Manitoba border. So it's right at the western end of Ontario. From Kenora to Toronto, same province, is 1,400 miles. From Minneapolis to Houston is only 900 miles. So it's, you go through what, 7 states or 6 states to get to Houston, but you're in one province of Ontario to go 1,400 miles. Takes you 2
Okay.
days to drive across Ontario.
Whoa,
Well, almost 2.5.
Did you hear that? We had an exuberance from Sue over that one. Boy,
Hi,
what
Sue.
Boy, what?
well, I know when people talk about going from Texas, there's quite a little drive from there too, and Alaska as well, so.
Yeah.
And so, and Senator, did you actually, in your semi-driving days, travel that distance a lot?
Not a lot, but I did it quite a few times. We'd go from Minneapolis to Toronto and Toronto over Lake Superior to Winnipeg.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice
So
and
I've
chill.
done Montreal all the way to Vancouver, but I haven't touched the Maritimes yet.
Ah,
So
okay.
So John, have you met our friend Ralph Brown yet from the Cup Royale race around the world boat race? No.
he
You haven't
was
met
taking a sailboat or something from St. Louis and going up through Chicago to get into the Great Lakes, and he was going to go all the way around. Is that the same guy?
Yeah, he's doing that as a tour to promote his speedboat racing tour. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
So,
I've met him once.
yeah, we were talking to him today, and he's going to be joining in, right, Emily? In about 25 minutes, he'll be on with you got him the link and everything, right, Emily, to connect in with Sue and Brian and
Yeah,
do
I just sent it to him not too long ago. 10 minutes ago or something.
Awesome.
yeah. So yeah, things in the works here.
Yeah, I missed last Friday, Monday, because I was driving back from Canada, Kurt.
Okay.
I went and seen the senior elf last weekend.
Senior help.
He'll
All
be
right.
he'll be 93 here in 3 weeks.
Wow,
And
way to
still
go.
going strong, still driving, still cooking his own meals, still drinking beer, still drinking. He likes to have a nice glass of wine with dinner, and still cooks on his own out on the deck looking at the boats and the float planes, because there are a lot in Northwest Ontario, a lot of float planes to take people up north into the bush where they go to fishing camps and hunting camps and stuff. But yeah, and still sharp as a tack, and um still argues with politics and stuff. And so yeah, pretty amazing.
Well, I'm telling people, Santa, that you've already invited our crew to your 100th birthday, so that's
Well,
pretty.
absolutely. I don't know if you'll still be around or not, because you're getting up in that age, and you don't have the special power to be 130 years old or 140 years old now.
Well, you never know. Time will tell. We'll see what.
Well, maybe it's all that watermelon wine that you're going to be drinking after you water ski on them.
Oh yeah, we got all sorts of secret sauce, all sorts of Kool-Aid we drink over here.
So when you went down to Georgia to do
We
the water ski show,
no, we went down to North Carolina.
oh, North Carolina,
We did
are
a family
they,
reunion down there.
do they cut off, do they water ski year round down there?
I mean, like when you talk about Florida or whatever, I don't know about Georgia or North Carolina, whatever. I mean, I'm sure they have an extended ski season to some extent, whether it's
Because I was
literally
thinking,
year-round.
are they inviting you to come down to a show in February or January where you get another vacation to get out of the snow?
No, it'll probably be a couple of years before I do another vacation like that again. So,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I see.
So, okay, what did you think of the Brandy Wine concert a couple days ago? Or how was it?
I thought it was pretty fantastic. We did have Zoom has its limitations. So and when you're in, a venue and they got their stage and the crowd and the acoustics in a room, and then to pick that up on Zoom is a little tricky because Zoom has its like noise cancellation and everything.
Right,
So so it got to the point where when they were jamming away at a high enough decibel, it was like it entered into noise cancellation. There was nothing. So it was for some of the performance it was broken up, but the final set that they did was all acoustic, and that was fantastic.
there you go.
As far as the whole thing was fantastic. It's just it was hard for us to get it all through Zoom. What was
Right,
going on.
I
Yeah, they
see.
they performed a week ago for us a little bit through Restream, with with the Mission Monday show.
Right,
So yeah, we've got an idea of what they're capable of, and there were different bands playing too. It wasn't just wasn't her and her band.
so were you able to tell how many people were on the podcast,
It
on the
wasn't
screen?
it wasn't a podcast. She set it up that she was figuring it'd be more of a VIP experience. And
Right,
we actually had our Mark Laufenberg from Madison with the shakedown when we were
yep,
shackle.
yep,
And then we had Debbie Hayes was on there. There was another 8 people invited that didn't come for it.
oh, yeah,
So in terms of the online stuff, it was just a handful of us and that was it. But yeah, they sold tickets and whatever for the venue out there in Seattle.
Well,
So
it was a learning experience at least, so now you got through the first one and the next one will be even more fantastic.
yeah, I don't know what the situation is with Brandy, if they'll be circling back to do another one like that, but whether we attract another band or whether she will offer another one, I'm not sure. At that point, we
right,
just took care of what she offered there with last Saturday, and that's that as far as I know so far, and see where it goes from there. But you're right, it does open the door in the future that we can brainstorm a little bit how to make it more available online, and better quality sound
yeah,
engineering. We'll have to ask around how to better do that.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, I need to hop off. So,
All right, kids, yeah, this has been fun. I even took a picture.
wow, thanks. We'll see you.
Candid camera.
Come
Yep.
join us for the posting party with Go Brunch.
There
Yeah,
we go.
I got supper. Then
Enjoy
I
your
gotta take, I gotta take her up to the daughters tomorrow so she can babysit the grandchildren for the next 4 or 5 days while mom and dad. You didn't hear this, Kurt. Uh, Becky's grandson graduating from motorcycle. Thanks, Deb. From motorcycle school in Phoenix, Arizona, and he got a pin the other day, and he sent the picture of the pin to grandma. And then he called her and said, that pin says I was the highest marked kid in the whole class. And he graduates on Friday. And then him and the girlfriend are moving back to her her house and her city with mom and dad to Oregon. So, of course, Becky's daughter's not too happy about that, but her oldest boy is growing up and not coming back home.
Yeah.
But they're going to be here for Thanksgiving. So, all right,
Right.
kids, I got to jump off. I'll try and be back on in about an hour, Kurt.
Sounds good. Thanks,
Okay,
Jeff.
thanks, Emily. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Anna.
Bye.